Hello, everybody. Hello, Tanya. Hello, the Penzhorns. How are we all doing?
We are good. How are you guys doing it, Tanya?
We all good. Girls are a bit nervous, but we're good.
I'm finding us to share this everywhere. So I'm putting us on Jeff Together, Jeff Live, Jeff UK, sharing us everywhere so that everyone can follow us along on this really fun family Jeff Fam segment. I think this is like the perfect sum up of Jeff Fam because the kids are being fed there in the background. I think is Bria feeding the kids
Some snacks.
Listen, we're on borrowed time at 7 o'clock. This is we've normally come an hour ago. They're in bed there, so we're doing our best to do some more damage.
Harry's first couple of days at school too, so he's exhausted, Shem.
Well, thank you for doing witching hour, and then you, Tanya, can the girls introduce themselves?
Okay. I'm Kayla. How old are you, Michaela?
I'm 16.
I'm Georgia, I'm 14, and I'm a Slytherin.
We got told that if we wanted to make good conversation with Georgia, we must speak about Harry Potter. And I asked her before, what is her house? And she said she's a Slytherin. And I said, well, I'm a Gryffindor, but Jeremy often says that I act like a Hufflepuff. We are also very big Harry Potter fans over here in our house. We have so many people jumping on board. Adrian, Gria, is Harry there? No.
He is. He's just watching TV and eating a snack.
He's in a bad mood. So during your boxing class, he thought Gria's little weights were something good to play with, and he dropped it on his foot. So
my goodness! Wait, how many kgs are those?
No, it's like 1 kilogram weight, but
still for a little boy's toe, that's going to be super sore.
Yeah.
Oh, so were there lots of tears?
Yeah, and there's a lot of hobbling going around, and he's got a thick lip.
I'm so excited to have you guys here because last week we had Coach Tash and her family on, and we spoke about the importance of dinner time and sitting around the table and having dinner together and how you can get your kids to eat meals with you. And one of the big things that came up in that was that she said that she involves her kids a lot in the cooking process because she finds that if they cook together or they see cooking or they're helping add things in, it makes them want to eat it more. And I mean, Adrian, being one of our like in-house nutritionists and being like our food guru, a lot of families cook different meals for their kids than they do for them as parents. What would you say are like some tips on how do you get your family to eat what you're eating, essentially, or do you?
Yeah, as much as possible we do. Obviously it doesn't always work because you don't know how one day to the next changes quite a lot. But like Cash mentioned, so trying to include them as much as possible. So if we ask them what they want, it's curry, it's one of the favorites. That's why we're doing it tonight. Or it's mac and cheese. So I think trying to get them involved in that way is epic. And the second that we try to do at least a couple times a week is actually have something that's like a sharing plate of some kind. So when you asked about like a recipe, if we hadn't done pizza last night, we would have done a version of it.
It would have been my number one as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Pizza.
Yeah, us too.
It's great, and you can do it different ways. Like I said last night, we use wraps. And, we'll make nachos, or we'll make quesadillas, or we'll make pizzas, or whatever. But it's in one thing, and if we're all eating together, like it makes them enjoy it a bit more because half the time they don't eat their meal and they'll come and have what's on our plate. So it's a nice way to do it. So I think that little sharing vibe is quite important.
And then,
That's
Tan, one of the cool things is that your girls, both of your girls, are currently on the one-on-one program, which is so exciting because we spoke 2 weeks ago about our Jeff teens, and we're going to be looking more into that when we finish this 25-hour workout. But like, how has having them on the program then also transformed what you guys are eating? Because you started on the program first, so what you were cooking became healthier. Has that transformed into their lives as teenagers, and like, how are they enjoying being part of the one-on-one program now? It hasn't been as big of an adjustment, I would think.
Yeah, I think, look, for me, obviously it hasn't been an adjustment at all, because I've just now included them in what I make for myself. A lot of nights I cooked for the whole family what I made for myself. Michaela's a vegetarian, so obviously I've got to tweak her meals. And, you know, George, there's a couple of things Georgia doesn't eat. She doesn't eat mushrooms and tomatoes and cucumber. And so I've got to I do find sometimes I'm trying to make a few different things. But yeah, look, I mean, it's been, the only adjustment for them has been that they do tend to eat, well, they were eating a lot more junk and a lot more, you know, just, and like during the day, they would just make toast and jam and things like that. Now they're having to actually have, you know, the one-on-one program meals throughout the day. So, and I think that in the beginning, I was doing it all for them. I was preparing breakfast, lunch, supper, and like giving it to them. And like this last week now, I'm actually getting them to do it themselves, because it needs to be a learning process for them as well. Yeah.
Which is so important, and what we talked about as well with the Jeff teams. And I know Coach Adrian is loving this because you know, part of our program, it's, you know, especially for teenagers, it's not necessarily about what you're looking like or the change in your weight. It's about understanding food and what your body needs to be healthy and to be strong, and what it needs to fuel yourself, especially as a teen, because you burn so much with going to school and sport and everything else. And so I think it's like the best thing ever you could do for your teenage child. And I said, I wish I had done it, where I understood what my body needed as a teenager. And I think as a mom, you're doing the right thing by making them having to start preparing themselves, because they're starting to understand as well. It's just it's very exciting that we have more of these teens involved. And the exercise, how are the kids enjoying that?
Tell Siri how you're enjoying your workouts.
It's fine.
What is your worst exercise?
Well, at first it was the plank, because I was only able to do like 2 seconds of it. But now I'm able to do 30 seconds of it.
Yeah.
So
But how did you get to 30 seconds? What do you do to get there?
Well, I go to my happy place and just picture Hogwarts in my head.
Hogwarts. But you know, when you get to that minute plank, I want you guys to please send me a video and tell me you hit a minute, because I know, being pregnant, when I get back into it, Gria, you would know this as well, having babies, the core is the thing that I'm petrified about the most. And I know when I'm unfit and I come back to exercising, planks are also my worst. And it becomes like 10 seconds at a time that you can manage. And when you finally get to that 1 minute mark, you just feel like you're the queen of the world.
Yeah.
So I'm so proud of you girls. And now we're going to cook together. Adrian, tell us about what we are cooking today.
We're doing a little butter curry. I called it a curry in a hurry. It's hopefully going to be done quick and easy. So it's literally just some spices and some chicken and some things that are normally kicking around the cupboard. That'll be done chop. So pretty much.
I'm excited. So I'm going to leave you guys. We're about to get in the car and we're driving like 8 hours. It's going to probably take 10 because of the weather, but we're heading to San Diego to go and join Goldfish for the 25-hour workout. Adrian, I know you pretty much aren't sleeping for 25 hours, so I'll be seeing lots of you. And Tanya, you told me you're committing to like 8 hours and you're going to do the whole night. So now I know, everyone knows. We're going to be seeing you. And you know, Sam Paddock is doing a 2 a.m. sing-along with Sam.
That's going to be my...
I'm in.
Sam's on the speed, yeah. So
I saw him. I'm so excited. I told Jeremy and He said, surely we're joining that. But I'm going to leave you guys to cook together. I'm going to be watching from the car. I'm so excited for this segment. Have fun cooking together. And I am going to be drooling over the curry while we're in the car.
Lovely.
Handing over
Saturday.
Okay.
So, Tanya, you've already practiced this one, so I don't know if you want to take the lead here, but you've got a beautiful little piece of equipment there that you got spoiled.
My beautiful pots.
Yeah.
My baby.
And you had a little tester.
Look, butter chicken is like a staple in this house. Everybody loves it. It's something we make often, and I actually make it when I usually make it. I make it even simpler than this recipe. I don't add onion. I don't add tomato. I literally just have my favorite butter chicken spice.
Yeah.
Chicken, yogurt, coconut milk, and that is it. And cauliflower rice.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like a super quick meal. And
so even easier. If someone's watching and they want to do it even easier than the recipe I put together, give it a crack. You don't need to, there's so much flavor in those things that you mentioned.
Yeah. But also
this butter chicken spice. This butter chicken spice for me is the best I've ever tried, and it's got like a tomatoey something in it. So you don't actually have to add tomato.
Is it a paste or a spice?
No. It's a powder, the spice, and it's pure, and it's a pure spices, and it's super strong. So this little bag can make a whole kilo of chicken.
Sure.
And I even use less because it's like quite strong, so it lasts long. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's get cooking because I'm hungry and the kids are hungry, and Tanya's going to do it in her lovely little device there, her Instant Pot. We're going to do it on the stove top. I have done my rice in my Instant Pot because that makes rice cooking so much easier. So it's gone into the pressure cooker, 3 minutes. It's just a release and it's going to be ready. So if you're doing some rice, get it on the boil. If you're not and you're only doing cauli rice, you can keep that for the end. But we can get going. Are you going to fry it off first in there?
I'm going to saute in my pot. So I'm going to put it on. I'm going to put it on saute on high, just for like a few minutes.
Cool. We've got our pan on the heat. Tanya's got hers. Nice and easy. That's a very loud machine that you've got as well.
I wanted to show you quickly. I made the cauliflower rice earlier on, and I made it in the air fryer.
Oh, did you? Yeah, I did that. It comes out nicely.
Yeah.
Super.
It came out so nice. I did 3 minutes and then I shook it about and then did another 3 minutes. And it's got all the little brown bits. It's lovely.
Yeah. You get nice texture. You don't overcook it. It doesn't go limp like it does sometimes in the yeah.
And just my tip for anybody making cauli rice: little bit of salt and a little bit of cumin. It's my base.
Sounds good. So Tanya's got cooking there. We've got pan on the heat, little bit of butter, and put your onions and your garlic. Well, let's just start with the onions. The garlic will go in a minute. I'm just going to put the diced onions. We've got 1 onion.
So I have I've also cooked Michaela's food. So Michaela, being vegetarian, she's vegetarian, but she's not a huge fan of beans.
I like them, but just not all the time.
So we've used this for Michaela from Woolies.
So the strips.
Yeah, it's the stir fry strips. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Nice. So they're like chicken style strips.
Yeah, I've made hers already, and you tasted it. You said it's good.
I think so.
Yeah. And it's it's basically just soya protein. This, I think.
Yeah.
Soya protein, concentrate, water, salt, and flavoring. That's it.
Yeah. So it's nice, good protein hit for a plant alternative.
Yeah,
Cool.
and it's high protein as well.
Yeah.
So this little pack is 180 grams. Sorry, I'm off camera. This little pack's 180 grams. I used half, and per 100 grams, it's 19.4 grams of protein.
And that's pretty close to chicken. So chicken breast, you're getting 20 to 22 grams per 100 anyway. So it matches it quite nicely. You can use it like that. Yeah, which is cool. All right.
Yeah,
so
very cool.
In the instant pot, then you're going to fry it off. On our pan, you can see the blonde beauties behind me slaving away.
The waters are cooking along with us, Mandy and
Are they here?
yeah.
Is Angle and Mandy? Who's doing the cooking? I haven't seen a comment come through. I need to see that in action.
There you go.
Let us know who is all here. Janice is using her pot as well. Kath, how are you doing? Tanya, Beverly says you look amazing in your apron.
Who, Beverly?
Beverly Paulson, yeah.
Hi, babe. My buddy.
We're
all my besties. They better all comment.
Yeah, they're coming through thick and fast. I'll try to keep up for you. Eve Stark wants to know where you get that butter chicken spice from.
Pick and Pay.
Pick and Pay.
I've only ever seen it at Pick and Pay, and I've seen it at, I think I saw it at the Spice Emporium in Rondebosch as well. It's cheap. It's like 17 rand for that little packet.
Good.
Yeah. My best. I buy a lot of them.
Stock up. It looks like it. You've got a nice spice collection behind you that Sam picked up for us as well. Garlic and ginger is cooking with us. The onion grilled behind me. She's just putting the garlic and ginger in as well. You've got a whole lot in your hand there. You're gonna give some away.
Biryani. This is a lamb curry.
Lovely.
And a tangy. This one I use quite often. Tangy mince curry as well.
Nice.
I love it.
Malay one.
Yeah. Okay, now we can add. Yeah. So this here, Adrian, behind me. I was telling Greer, ever since I started doing the cooks with you, my spice collection keeps growing and growing and growing.
So you had to create a shop for it now.
And then I discovered that Woolworth spices are not expensive, so I've started collecting them.
Because they look pretty as well. Because they're all the same.
They look very pretty. Yeah.
Yeah, put your curry spice in with the onions and everything, so they can cook off nicely.
So basically now we can put tomato in. Our tomatoes going in. And our spices.
Did that cook off for a second? Chicken and tomato and everything will go in as well. Tanya's tomatoes in. She's going to lock that up in a second and pressure cook it. Janice bought a bag of collie rice, 500 grams. Yeah, Janice, when you put it in at the end, just pop it all in. The more veg you get in here, it's going to cook away, really. It's just there to, with kids, one of the things we learned very quickly was ways of getting veg into stuff without knowing it's sort of there. So because they love their rice, when they see sort of the rice-looking thing in the curry, they don't know that it's a vegetable. So the more the merrier. It'll bulk it up nicely as well, which is great. Lynette Godfrey says hello. Tanya?
Sorry?
I said Lynette Godfrey also says hello.
Oh, Lynette Godfrey. Hi, Lynette. The neighbor. I call her the neighbor. She's John and Jules' neighbor.
That's right, yeah. Amber wants to know, using a cup of yogurt, you mean a small container of yogurt? Or actual cup measurements, Amber. So 250 mils of yogurt, that will go a little bit later. So we're going to pop in our chicken. Season it with a little bit of salt and pepper. Chicken is
My
here.
chicken's gone in. I don't know if I
about, I think it was before we came on, you were talking about marinating it. Tell us about marinating it, Tanya.
Yeah, so I like to marinate my chicken breasts for butter chicken because it makes the chicken so beautiful and soft. So you just marinate it in some yogurt and some spices. So I literally add cumin, coriander. I even add a little bit of turmeric and a little bit of, if you want some extra heat, a little bit of chili powder and some salt and pepper and some fresh garlic and ginger. And then the yogurt, and you literally leave that. You can leave it even overnight in the fridge, and the longer you leave it, the more juicy and tender your chicken will be. Yeah, it is so good. So that's just another little tip for butter chicken.
Yeah, when you're using chicken breast, they can get a bit dry, so it's a nice way to lock it in. And it pre-cooks it a little bit because of the acid that's in there, so you don't have to cook it for as long. And if there are any flavors in the yogurt with it, it's going to draw it in, which is lovely. So it's a nice way. Well, as spices are getting, it's a nice way to ramp up the flavor on your meals. By doing that. Hayley says, "I wonder where you got that space machine."
Yeah, Hayley's one of the culprits. So Hayley's my cousin. He was one of the contributees.
Yeah, so for anyone who doesn't know, it was Tanya's birthday last week, Thursday, huh? Somewhere
last week Thursday, yeah.
Thursday. And a very special bunch of friends chipped together and got her that beautiful Instant Pot duo crisp. So pressure cooker, slow cooker, and the air fryer all in one.
Air fryer, yeah. So here's so everyone can see. So the pot comes with two lids. So this is the pressure cooker lid, and I'm dripping water. And then it comes with an air fryer lid. That's the air fryer lid. Yeah. And
so
you
just
interchange between the two lids. Yeah, you just got to interchange between them. How many people are watching? Michaela wants to know how many people are watching.
I'll tell you in a second. Because we're across various platforms and find out. So just over 50, it seems.
There we go. 50.
Okay, so tomato going in. Your tomato really going in. I'll just left over from last night. A cup of that's going in.
That was. I'm trying to convince Michaela to go fetch her ukulele and sing us a song.
Nice, because we don't have any music in the background today.
I know.
He's also got a little ukulele and she's not afraid to sing.
You can see Izzy there. Get you a better shot. Move back a little bit. That's what makes me happy. The little ones getting stuck in like that.
Yeah, I think it's so important for them to learn. These two, and I need to assign them a night in the week where they cook supper because
I'm pretty good with supper. She can't cook potatoes.
Michaela often has to cook her own food because she has to have vegetarian. So sometimes I don't always cook for her.
Yeah.
Left to her own devices. So this is just going to cook the tomato off a little bit. Add the yogurt. Throw in the cauli rice and it's done. Super easy because that chicken cooks quick. It's actually pretty much going to be ready. How's yours looking, Tam?
Mine's good. I'm going to put my yogurt in.
Cool. You want to cut that as well? We've got the whole team in here. Let me
take photographs of us.
Yeah. There we go.
So you put your cauli rice in the chicken.
Yeah. So it's a way of just getting it in there for the kids.
Oh, I see. Okay. So we'll have.
Yeah, you can use it as your rice if you want to, but we're doing rice. So we're going to bang it in there with it.
Yeah.
Okay, we haven't grated our cauliflower yet, so we're going to do that.
So now I'm going to You see, I'm still figuring this out. Now I'm going to pressure cook this for 6 minutes.
And you'll be done. So I'm actually going to beat you. Mine's going to be ready.
Yours is going to be. Yeah, look, I mean, I'm only doing it to show off the pot.
Yeah, I know. You've got it.
Technically, you don't really need to pressure cook it, but yeah, the bit that I did earlier came out so soft.
Yeah.
So it's really awesome. Yeah. Yeah.
Tomorrow
So
says sing for us, Mickey.
Sorry.
Tomorrow White says sing for us.
It's Auntie Tammy. Auntie Tammy saying you sing. Tammy's one of my oldest friends. We've cooked so many times together. Okay, so I've made the collie rice for us, but I've made my husband brown rice, and we also have brown whole wheat rotis as well.
Ooh, lovely.
So there's options.
Nice. Did you make them? Because that'll impress me.
Oh no, I didn't make the rotis. I bought them.
Okay.
I bought them. I have made them before.
Yeah.
It's quite a process though.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not too difficult, but it's a bit of a process.
Yeah. Not too bad.
But
Cool. So yours is pressure cooking. Ours is almost ready. We're just going to chuck in a bit of collie rice, and then we're going to serve it up. The kids are frothing because they're starving.
I'm sure. I know my husband's starving over there. He's not making it.
Yeah. Stevie says they can't believe how easy this recipe is. They're going to have to try it. Lovely.
It's super easy. It really is. Yeah, very, very easy. You girls can make this.
Yeah, exactly. You just need to get them an instant pot now, Tanya.
So I've managed to teach Georgia how to make green eggs and ham. So that's become her new favorite lunch on the one-on-one. She makes scrambled eggs with spinach, bullets on rye toast with ham.
Lovely. Yeah. Trying to see if there are any questions, anything that came through. Nicole, you would have seen us. Yeah, we added the tomatoes just after the chicken, just to let that cook off a little bit. Just heat through. Rachel, what's the verdict on poppadoms? So another option as well. They're quite light and airy, so it's not a lot of kind of energy or calories in them. So you could use that as your starchy portion here as well. So
what's that? Poppadoms.
Poppadoms, yeah.
Love poppadoms.
Yeah.
The only thing with poppadoms is you've got to fry them in oil, so they're very oily.
You actually get some microwave ones that work pretty well, and they can crisp up quite nicely in the microwave, which is lekker. Yeah.
Okay.
And then, but if now that you've got an air fryer, Tanya, you don't have to deep fry anything. You can just put the poppadoms in there.
I know exactly. And look what I went and spoiled myself today. I had to go and buy this. A lot of the air fry recipes that I've been looking at, they tell you to use liquid smoke. So I went and bought this today. Yeah, it's the one from Woolies.
Yeah.
I got to figure out how this. There.
It's
my word! It's so nice.
Stuff is potent. You just need a little bit, and it gives that lovely.
Yeah, it's a concentrate.
Yeah.
Just smell it. Smell it.
It's delicious.
Oh. It smells like braai.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah,
hey,
it smells like.
Quick recap of what's happened for anyone that's not just looking at cooked. We did the onions. We did the spices with the onions. Our garlic and our ginger went in. Then the tomatoes and the chicken went in. Literally cooked that for about 3 or 4 minutes. The yogurt's gone in. We're about to chuck in our collie rice so that it bulks it up. Because we're serving it with rice, if you're doing it with collie rice in place of rice, you don't have to throw it in
separately. Yeah. Do you want me to? Can I bring me a plate? I'll plate yours. I'll plate Michaela's.
Amber, your chicken's still cooking. So's ours. Don't worry.
Got to be so careful. I can't dish Michaela's food with the same spoon I've stirred the chicken with.
Got to be very careful.
Yeah.
There you go. You can see all the magic happening here.
I'm dishing Michaela's food.
Lovely. You see the collie rice has thickened it up nicely there for us as well. So you can leave it a little runnier when you start.
In the camera.
Feed through.
So that I can see on camera there. Where's the...
Oh, the stomach is still making your...
How long has yours got to go there? Tanya, ours is we're pretty much ready to serve. How are you looking?
I don't even know. The timer's not on.
Still coming to pressure. You'll be here for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, well Tanya,
I'm plating Michaela's, yeah.
Lovely. Dishing one.
There's Michaela's. It's quite nice. Yeah. Adrian, what's quite nice with this as well?
Yeah.
I don't know if your kids eat tomato, but it's nice. I do a tomato. You can do like a tomato salad on the side as well.
Yeah, like a little sambals kind of thing.
Like a little sambal, yeah.
Yeah. So our kids are weird with tomatoes. So they love, obviously most kids love tomato sauce. But it's why I also like using passata in this because it's smooth. So they get the tomato in without the texture of it. So if they like see it, they'll be like, nah, not having that.
Yeah.
So this is our solution.
But Georgia doesn't eat tomatoes at all, and Isabella loves baby tomato. Isabella loves all tomatoes, but she won't eat cooked tomatoes.
Oh, really? Yeah. That's not uncommon though, to be honest.
Say that again.
It's not uncommon. I actually see it quite a lot. Just careful.
Yeah.
So we're gonna dish for the kids.
That's fine.
Sort them out, and then we're gonna see your beautiful creation.
It's I don't know. What? I suppose I could just quick release it.
Harry, do you want rice, but?
Once it's done, so it's still coming to pressure, so it hasn't started cooking yet. Pressure cooking.
So yeah.
Looking good though. Our smell's fantastic. Eve says, Greer, enjoy that red wine because were you drinking in the background there something?
Are you drinking? Is Greer drinking? Are you drinking?
Definitely.
I was going to have a glass of wine with you. I don't normally drink wine.
Come on.
After making that wine for
Something open.
My son bought this for me for my birthday, and I had one glass on my birthday.
And it's still there in the fridge. It's a Riesling.
Yeah,
what is it?
look here. I don't drink.
You know, Sonia?
Can you see it?
Yeah.
It's Delheim Gewürztraminer.
Yeah.
It's quite sweet.
Yeah. You might just have to have a little wee drum of it to celebrate. Again.
I'm having glass. Look at my glass, Graham. You see my glass?
Yeah. Yeah. No comment.
Well, we can say Tanya and I'll back further because Tanya is my brother.
Yeah, Greer's brother used to be the winemaker at Cape Point Vineyards. Now he's got his own label. And that's actually how Greer, well, we sort of know Tanya from beforehand.
Yeah. So this was these were glasses I had made for one of our year-end functions, 2016, I think. And this is one of my souvenirs.
Take it with you.
I won't tell Tanya.
I'm not a very big wine drinker, so this is like literally like my limit.
And that's you done. Might as well make the most of it.
Well, cheers, Tanya. Happy birthday for last week.
Cheers. Thank you so much. When lockdown's over, we'll have to celebrate.
Yeah, jeez. Who knows when, man? Right.
Georgia, come and I want you to come to everybody about getting through your topper.
Getting through?
Story. It's pressure cooking. Yeah. So I want Georgia to tell everybody quickly how I helped her last week on Saturday to get through her top-up workouts.
Yeah.
Tell them.
You can say it and then I'll stand here.
Don't you want to tell them? No. She's shy. Georgia loves Harry Potter. Like, she's pretty much obsessed with Harry Potter.
Yeah.
So she didn't want to do the top-up. They were finished after Saturday's workout. So I said, come, Georgia, I'll do it with you. And every exercise, I pretended it was part of, it was like a Harry Potter thing, like lateral jumps. And I said, we're practicing for Quidditch. And then Quidditch. What's it called? Quidditch. But then I get my Harry Potter facts wrong, and then she spends the whole exercise correcting me and doesn't realize she's exercising.
Forgetting about it all.
And she managed to get through the entire workout, and she said to me, Mom, it's working. And she was getting through her sets.
That's how you fed her as a child.
And then right at the end, she says, I can't believe that was fantastic. It really worked. That's how nerds exercise, she says.
How nerds exercise. And Jono's words will be ringing in your head saying you can always do 40% more than you think.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But when she struggled to plank, she could not plank in the beginning. And I said to her, Georgia, go to your happy place. Go to Hogwarts. Think about Harry. Think about Ron. Think about this, think about that. And she was able to do a 30-second plank by just, thinking about something that she's crazy about. And so it works. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm going to quick release this. It's been going for 3 minutes.
Yeah, should be. Mandy is here.
Yeah,
Nice.
And this is the nerve-wracking part.
Here's the magic right there. We're going to have to see now. You're going to have to give us a close-up.
My spices are going to be wet. Right? Very hot.
Beverly says that's the role of the mom. Exactly what you were doing. So number one cheerleader. No, I was saying Beverly says that was the role of a mom that you were doing. Number one cheerleader.
I saved the one.
Thanks.
Janice, enjoy that red wine. Cheers. Having a go at Tanya's pronunciation. It's taking a while for you there. A lot of pressure coming off.
I think it's. I've got to wait for the little thing to drop down.
Yeah, it won't.
Little pins to drop down.
We're going to chop a little coriander to go on top. And remind you guys as well, if you missed Jono, who was on fine form about an hour ago, letting everyone know about the one-on-one. Remember, last month to lock in the price at 1950, so make the most of it. Tanya and the family, as I think you guys are walking proof of what it can do for health and happiness in the home. I mean, your before and after pictures as well are quite inspiring, Tanya. You're, you know, next level, just a different person. And that's what it does. It helps us achieve different things, you know, appreciate what can happen in the kitchen, get the family involved. It's not just a weight loss journey, it's behavior change, lifestyle, unity, and that's what, you know, that's what we're about. It's special.
If I can say anything, the one-on-one is a complete no-brainer, and I really believe I think everybody should do the one-on-one. I would definitely recommend at least 3 months. I did it for 6 months, and I needed to do it for 6 months. I've transitioned back onto Jeff Life now, and I was ready to do that. But it really is a life-changing experience. Honestly, it really is.
Yeah.
And I wanted that for my girls. I want them to learn about nutrition. I want them to develop a good foundation in exercise and healthy eating. I want them to be able to make the behavior changes now at a young age. So that they carry that into adulthood, you know, and they don't find themselves like me, almost 100 kilos, you know, and I was desperately unhappy. I don't want that life for them. So, you know, I just feel that it's so important that they learn, you know, those things now.
Get exposed to good lifestyles, good choices.
Good lifestyle,
being active, eating well, and all that sort of stuff.
Eating green eggs.
Exactly. Yeah. Hey, you ready to fish? How's yours looking?
Yeah, Greer, you'd be horrified if you looked in my cupboard. There's like every kind of bean that you can think of.
And under the couch.
I would be horrified, yes.
There's every kind of bean, but she doesn't eat them. She doesn't like them.
Wait, I like them just not every day.
It's happened to like a sauce or something like that, and you can't it's the texture.
It's the texture.
Yeah.
It's done.
There we go.
I want to see what yours looks like.
Mine's kind of
There
cold.
we go.
Can I warm mine up?
You can warm yours up.
Or can I warm the leaves up?
You can warm the leaves up.
Lynette's onto your 6th month and loving the journey. Well done, Lynette. Investing in yourself. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Tanya is Tanya Lance. It is a lovely testimony. Cool. If anyone's cooking with us, hopefully yours is going to be delicious. It should be ready. And if you're not eating already, post a pic. Let us know what it's like. Saturday's 25-hour challenge. Lots of stuff happening in the kitchen on Saturday. I'm doing a lunch. I'm doing a cook-off against Sue Ellen for dinner, doing a midnight snack, and I'm doing breakfast. While Jono is working his ass off for 25 hours. So make sure you pull in, get your vitality points, come join us, spread the word. Hope you guys have donated as well, and you can come and spend a lovely Saturday and Saturday night and Sunday morning with us, and we can change some lives. I'm going to give you a close up of mine, and then I want to see yours as well. Well, this is actually great. It's so much mine.
No, that's not mine. I'm having soda.
Here you go, George.
Yes.
Get the yogurt out of the fridge. Get the yogurt. Yogurt. And there we go. I always put a little dollop of yogurt on top.
Good way to finish it.
Yeah. It's got a couple of little leaves.
Don't wait.
And where's that new grinder?
Yeah, that one.
No,
This one.
yeah, that one. I love this. It's called All Season.
Lovely. Rob, JS watching.
It's very, very nice.
Hello,
There
Rob.
we go.
Beautiful. I love the little dollop of yogurt on there. Looks lovely.
Yeah, this looks so nice. I need dad's rice. Give me dad's rice.
Amber says sour cream on a good chili. Yeah, definitely will dollop. You want an extra portion of fat? There's not much fat going on in at all. Lovely. So you could use a bit of sour cream. All right. Cool. Tanya, before it gets cold, we need to say our goodbyes and thank everyone and hopefully finish on a high note here.
Yeah. Come say goodbye, everybody. George?
Our kids are busy filling their faces.
Goodbye from this is goodbye team. We're Team Meth. This is Team Meth.
Method.
The method. The method.
The method.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you for being in your kitchen for the night, showing us your way of doing it and sharing some of your stories as well. It's been lovely. Obviously, COVID doesn't mean we can be in the same kitchen for now, but hopefully soon we will. We can have a chance of doing that again. Bye-bye. Yeah. Guys, have a cool evening. Enjoy your dinner. And we'll catch up with all of you on Friday. For a lovely one. All right.
Yeah.
Bye.